Hello and welcome to Lord Fenton Gaming Reviews Dying Light 2. I'm your reviewer, Lord Fenton. In this review of Dying Light 2, we're going to go ahead and ask the burning question. Is this game really worth playing or is it not? As always, like, comment, and subscribe to my channel for more reviews like this. Do not forget to hit notification bells to be updated and much more. Let's go ahead and get on with the review, shall we? I'm going to go ahead and say the graphics, the visuals, the field depth, you name it. It looks really great. The detail in this game is wonderful. Even on the enemies too. The view I'm showing you is really great. Even though I'm on the PlayStation 5 version, imagine playing this on the PC. That gives you 4K, 120 frame rate per second. You're going to be amazed by this. When you do start the game out until when you get to the second half of the game, the story is actually pretty good and nice. I love the pacing, I love the story elements, and of course I love the main quest that does get involved with the story. So yeah, I feel like this part of the game, when you play it, is very good. The first game's parkour was cool. The second game, oh my goodness, they did some major improvements. There's some nice and new features that you'll definitely love. Not only you could just run around, swing, and more, you could also grapple. At times you could use your paraglider. Yeah, we're going to be talking about that later on, but still, there's some nice improvements to this feature of the game from the first game, which is wonderful. The first game's UI is good, but the second game's UI is much better. It's a lot more crisper, a lot more easier to use. You can easily access your 4 weapons, your 4 tools. Down button's flashlight, up is your items that you use to heal or buff yourself up. The map system is good. You can even mark places you need to go to. The questing one is really nice. The inventory system is great. We'll touch up more on that. The crafting menu is even much more simpler to use, thanks to it being a whole bunch of big icons. The skill/inhibitors menu is good. The collectible one, they even have its own collectible section, which is a great improvement too. So Techland did a wonderful job on the UI. The inventory system from Dying Light 1 to Dying Light 2 is about 3 or 4 major steps up in my mind. The inventory is very nice to get to. You can see how many weapons you have currently and how many space you have left. Same thing with accessories and consumables. Even the gear's there too. Yes, you have to equip gear in Dying Light 2 to survive. And there's some different types of gear you get to use too, which is great and wonderful. So Techland did some major improvements in this department. The sound and music, let's talk about the upside of it. Now, you can actually hear some good sound, definitely. Music I heard about once or twice while I was not doing something, which is good. I'll talk about the downside later on, but still, I mean, I really enjoy the sound music. You could also bash some certain infected heads in. You could slash certain foes apart. And if they get electrocuted, you hear that electrocution sound too. So yeah, I love the upside of this game's sound and music. The combat, the good parts, they did some nice improvements. No more certain moves. You could really make it super easy to really mess people up. And yeah, camouflage is really gone, so no more OP abilities like that. Then if you time certain blocks or dodges, well, you get a chance to do some mega damage and more if you have the skill points in certain skills. So the good aspects of the combat, they did some improvements too. So you're asking the question, do choices matter in Dying Light 2? Absolutely. It could open up to many things, like for example assigning a certain territory to a certain faction. You might get a side quest you want to do, collectibles, or even both. As for story choices, oh yeah, it could lead to different endings, which is great. I even experienced, in my own personal opinion, one of the best endings in Dying Light 2. Yeah, so choices are right on the money in this game. In Dying Light 1, you can hold on certain weapons for a long time. However, in Dying Light 2, you can't really do that. You could do modding, but it's a permanent thing. And I like that though, because it just makes you look for better weapons along the line, or I should say along the story, or better yet, along exploring. As for gear, oh, there's so many different types of gears. There's even builds based on gear too, which is a thing I really love the most. So yeah, they did a whole bunch of improvements not only to the weapons, but also they added gear, which is good. The Dying Light tools, I absolutely love them. Besides the ones that can help you find inhibitors, a nice flashlight that could give you UV. Yeah, that's right. You have your own UV flashlight. Great against spirals. The grappling hook is back. We'll talk about that more later on in the review. And to me, one of the best tools that they did give is the paraglider. You can really get to places real far with it, and if you're very good with the paraglider, you can almost go across the city, which I did enjoy abusing in this game. In Dying Light 1, the grappling hook was used to climb the places that you shouldn't until you actually build up your character more. In Dying Light 2, it's like a nice rope swing, and it also had some new features to it. So, for example, if you wanted to go ahead and get some military drops, then yeah, the grappling hook was great with that. I really liked it there because it was a tool that you didn't abuse like you did in Dying Light 1, which is very nice. I actually did enjoy the world of Dying Light 2. At times there's random events you could find. You could find something to do. You could do collectibles if you want to. You could go ahead and quest up, even just straight up and do the story. So yeah, this game world gives you more options to do. Enemies to face. Many humans want to kill you out there. Some will want to help you. As for the infected, you have so many ways to deal with them. Let's speak about the challenges in Dying Light 2. I actually like them over Dying Light 1. They're really fun to do. Many of them will give you ear combat, but for the most part, they'll give you that parkour experience points, which is good. I mean, if you need that's a real great way to level that up. Now, there's a limit, of course, to that. So if you, for example, get the gold one, then you cannot do it no more. You just do it for fun and sport to show off to your friends. Yeah, some of them are locked behind side quests, others you just find in the world. So yeah, they did some good improvements from Dying Light 1 to Dying Light 2 on challenges like this. Here's the great thing about Dying Light 2's skill system. Even though in Dying Light 1 you had 3, which is survival, parkour, and of course combat, and this one is just a simple 2. Great news is you get all the skills in the game. Now here's another monkey wrench, especially if you think you can max out your health or stamina. No, in Dying Light 2 there's only a set number of inhibitors, and you have to figure out what is best for you. There's so many great options you could do with the inhibitors, which I do love the most. This next topic in the review is gameplay and difficulty. Still a first-person survival horror type of game. We have to scrounge for materials, look out for enemies, and of course difficulty. Yeah, it's pretty good difficulties in many aspects. Now, what's also added, which is new and cool, is nighttime. Yeah, the night is more dangerous than the day. They added an immunity dropper at night. Also, those banshees to alert others to start a chase, which is a great thing. The first half of the story was good. You're thinking, okay, what about the second half? I felt like there's some elements that taper off, some that were starting to not get interesting. Overall, I felt like it dropped the ball. It was average at best, not good, not bad. It was just in the middle, just playing it too safe. As for the trophy slash achievement system in this game, average at best. Yeah, there's some good ones too. However, there's a mix up in the list of the story ones that people freaked out on. Also, there's some ones that are affected by bugs and glitches and other factors too, like that one we have to walk around for a very, very long time. I kind of wish Techland did some major improvements from Dying Light 1 to 2, but this is the trophy slash achievement list that we have in this game. Let's speak about the combat. Okay, we got some cool moves, some classics came back. However, it could get very repetitive, very fast, and very quickly, unfortunately. It can bore you to death, which is the bad part. It's, I'm going to say, average at best. Not terrible, but still, it should be some improvements to combat from Dying Light 1 to Dying Light 2. The type of foes in this game is average at best. The human ones are basically bland. There's the normal ones, there's the archer ones, there's the ones that call for help. There's the big ones too. As for the infected, yeah, it saved the game. Besides the normal ones from Dying Light 1, there's some good ones from Dying Light 2. One that could revive our infected, one that could start a chase, and others. So yeah, foes variety and type of foes in this game is average, I hate to say, at the very best. I'm going to say the upside co-op is right in the middle. It should be some improvements. It's very nice you get to help your friends out, taking out foes. You could get collectibles in co-op, which is a great thing. You could do other things too. I wish there were some more things you could do in co-op, but you know what? This is what we got in Dying Light 2. The controls, for the most part, is good. However, what brought it down to the average land is the delay. Yeah, there's some delay in the paraglider. There's some delay in that. That's not a good thing. Probably it's a bit better on the PC version. Maybe it's worse, but still, the controls need some improvements to combat that nasty delay. Otherwise, the controls in this game would have been very good. The voice acting in this game, for the most part, is just in the middle. There are some great voice actors and actresses, like for example, Lawan. She's one of my favorite characters in the game. I love the voice actress behind her. However, there's some normal enemies that is cringe-worthy to, oh my god, this is terrible. So, unfortunately, despite the fact there's some main characters, secondary characters that are great voice actors and actresses, rest of it just brought it down to the middle. The downside of the sound and music, yes, some sound too. It is not streamer friendly. You can get hit with some copyright issues, especially if you're on YouTube or Twitch. Now you're saying, wait a second, I don't stream much, but what happens if you play a game you want to show off to your friends this game, all of a sudden you get hit with a copyright strike, and boom, that video is gone. It should never happen. It should have much more better improvement in streamer friendly music and sound. Instead, we're stuck with this, and it's fucking bullshit. I'm going to say is the final 3 missions of the game, even the first one where it depends on your choice throughout the game, was rushed totally. I kind of wish they would add more story missions to it, more story elements, but it was like the developers were out of time. They needed to put something out, and it affected the final 3 missions, unfortunately. I'm gonna be fucking honest here, everyone. The side quest system from Dying Light 1 to Dying Light 2 is a huge fucking step down. I mean, come on. In Dying Light 1, for example, did you do story quest 1? Then yes, you go on to quest 2 with a whole bunch of side quests that definitely pops up. Guess what? Not in this fucking game. You get this mess. This fucking mess is so bad that some of the side quests you will miss out. There's some very good ones too I did online thanks to me missing out on certain conditions, certain bugs and glitches, and that blows. They had something great in Dying Light 1 and they threw it all away in Dying Light 2 with the side quest system. Come the fuck on, man. With the exception of the graffiti system, which was easy to find and it was fun to do, the other two collectibles absolutely fucking blows. In Dying Light 1, those type of collectibles were found inside of a building or on the ground. It made you explore. In Dying Light 2, no. There were some conditions you had to do. Thanks to some bugs and glitches, those collectibles didn't appear and you had to go online hunting, and that was not fun at all. So yeah, that was like a few downgrades from Dying Light 1 to Dying Light 2 on the collectibles like mementos and tapes. I'm just going to go ahead and speak about co-op's downside. Yeah, it's really bad. The search function for filtering out only side quests is non-existent. At times you can't connect the game. Sometimes you get constantly disconnected. And yeah, collectibles, there should have been other alternatives that is offline. Instead, you'll have to Rochambeau for collectibles online, and sometimes online is not stable. So yeah, that's a huge fucking disappointment in my department. Let's speak about the item scaling. For the most part, it's terrible, absolutely terrible. So, for example, if you're doing post-game inhibitors or if you're rank 9, all of a sudden you see a level 6 gear instead of level 9 at times. I mean, if you're going to do item scaling, make sure you do it perfect. Don't half-ass it, otherwise people will definitely run away from your game. So yeah, item scaling, thumbs down from me. Here's one of my biggest fucking gripes in Dying Light 2. It's weak post-game and of course new game plus. So after you got all the inhibitors, all the collectibles, did everything, did all the side quests, even just had fun with all the challenges and just 3 ranked them, or say gold. Well, there's really nothing to do and it fucking blows. Also, there's no new game plus. I mean, come the fuck on. What if you wanted to play another round Dying Light 2 with your current gear and help out the PKs? This game, no, you have to restart, and that is absolutely terrible. So you're asking, why are you showing Marty Huggins from the campaign in this final part of the review? Well, everyone, it is very, very simple. This game is a mess, or in my case, it's a very buggy mess. This game's bug and glitches. You can really miss out on some good side quests. You can miss out on certain trophies / achievements. You can get stuck in death loops, and sometimes you get unwanted deaths like this. And no, this area, No Man's Land, was not a mission area at all. I'm hugely disappointed in that fucking shit. They should have focused more on Q&A instead. We got this buggy mess of a game. What is my final verdict on Dying Light 2 Stay Human? Here it is. Buy it at 25% off with the score of 7 out of 10. Dying Light 2 Stay Human is like this. It did a few steps forward and many steps backwards. If you're a super fan of the series, then yeah, definitely buy this game as fast as possible. Otherwise, I advise definitely waiting for a few huge patches to come in order to fix it. Or better yet, wait for huge patches and one of the first 2 main events. Thanks for watching my Dying Light 2 Stay Human review. This is Lord Fenton signing off. Thanks for watching and have a great day or night. Please stay safe. Please subscribe to my channel for more guides and content like this. If you like what you see, then pick my suggestion on the upper left hand corner of my videos, or YouTube suggestions of my videos on the bottom left hand corner. Have a great day or night and stay human.